Mic check here. 1, 2. Mic check. Beep boop ski. Without you, Joyce, this is my stream. It's not your stream. You don't have to be here. I don't gotta remind you to be here either. You be here when you wanna be here. Do what you wanna do, and I gotta do what I gotta do. The difference.
You don't want Maya here?
I can do mine perfectly fine myself. Thank you.
What about Pearl?
Huh?
What about Pearl?
I can do Pearl's same voice. That's the joke, is that because they have their names side by not names side by side. What is it? It's because their names are so similar. Maya, Mia, Amy. And all women will just sound like that forever.
How dare you? Also.
I dare.
Also. Meh.
This new light's working wonders. So I'm happy. Hey, thanks for the subscription again for Wayward. Joining the defense. Whoop, whoop.
Wayward is joining the defense.
Just give me a half second here. I gotta figure out this chat box again. Let's reach your chat box.
You're a chat box.
There you go. Makes it all better. Got some parallax going on in here. Wow, Phoenix. I could really go for some hamburgers. Every time I do that, Joyce is just like, I don't like it. It's like, I know. That's why you're doing it.
You just like to antagonize me, don't you?
I also like to serenade Joyce with the, my voices as those characters, but doing, what are those called? Doing like really bad, fan fiction, but like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just cracking up pretty hard.
I just try to breathe deeply and not die. Yums, what are you trying to do?
I focused it a little bit too tight. Now you're out of range. So I am changing this back to what it was before. Give ourselves a little bit more. There we go.
There we go.
I got a little bit of sign now.
All
Great,
right.
thanks.
Alright.
Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
paracooties.
I think if we press continue, they should tell us where we left off.
It was the last one.
Recipe for turnabout.
Ho ho ho, oui,
Any
baguette,
goosies.
baguette. Right into the fray.
Yes, let's start off right here. Anyway, yes, hello, welcome to the Daring Player Squad channel. My name's Rashi,
I'm Joyce.
and it is Saturday, which means it is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Bad Voice Dubs. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I don't have the stream deck operating right now, but
I've just gotten used to doing that instead.
yeah, just doing the voice for it. But yeah, we're doing the thing as we always do here on this fine Saturday. George is a bundle of fluff inside his what is that? Styrofoam
lid.
That
Cooler
he just loves.
lid.
Yeah, I don't know why they love it so much.
Hey man, it's insulating. It keeps them warm.
Yeah, it keeps them warm. But yeah.
And then there's Fred behind the screen itself.
Yeah, as usual. The little tants. Anyway, it's the Daring Player Squad channel where 5 people play video games. And today we're playing again Phoenix Wright. So let's move on right into it. January 7th, 9:48 a.m.
1948.
Where did they get these numbers like pulled from? Like 9:48, maybe 9:50. 10 a.m. is too much. 10 a.m. is when this trial starts. What do we put, like 15 minutes beforehand? Like
Exactly. Court starts at 10. You're just. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor.
Maggie!
Ah! Detective Gumshoe!
Are you alright? Are you doing alright? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger!
And you! Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself! Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest! Oh, Lord.
Coming off a bit strong there, Gumshoe,
I think he's
but
serious.
Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So, you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Oh, of course! I've got this situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. And if something I say doesn't match with the facts, you make sure to point it out, alright?
Sure.
Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me?
He's so head over heels for Maggie.
Yeah.
I can't tell anyone I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish.
Oh, Phoenix.
How many testimonies are supposed to be? 6 different people? Or just 6?
6 different testimonies. Like cross-examinations.
Court is now in session, for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I don't have any coffee on me right now.
No, you just have water.
Bitter. Mr. Ryan. Yes, Your Honor. Oh! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. Phony Phoenix sounds great. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough. We will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
He's got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah, he's got a really weird bone to pick with us. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Oh, look at him. He's so sad.
He's
Does he have a Band-Aid on it, or was it always there?
I know, that's pretty much almost always there.
I think he has a Band-Aid on it.
It's always, I'm pretty sure it's always
I'm
there.
pretty sure they changed the pen on his head. It's usually supposed to be a cigarette or something.
Yeah. In Japan, it's a cigarette.
Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective Occupation Thick Gumshoe.
Oh, honey.
Other way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now.
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake.
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline the court the basic facts of this case?
It's one big flaming oof.
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant.
So we get all these facts, like, in court.
Yeah.
When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
Oh, he doesn't want to point
Yeah.
out the lady. The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
He's such a grouchy
He's
old
such a
man.
he's a coot. Yeah. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Trivia and floor plans were added. Gulp, gulp.
Gulp, gulp.
Come, detective. Take up his hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. He's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing Gumshoe. Yeah. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Way to kick Gumshoe.
Yeah,
when he's
Gumshoe's
down.
just like the butt of every joke, but at least he's not Larry. At least he's useful. He has like an occupation that we all care about.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Boyd might have, well, some kind of motive.
Sniff, sniff, coffee, coffee. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady.
You would know.
Yeah, right, yeah, right. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would like you to begin your cross-examination. But, yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? I already told you, it wasn't me! The victim was alone at his table. He understood the guy was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. And it looks like Bird might have some. Okay, so he doesn't
Some
tell
kind
what
of
motive is
motive.
it. It's very vague.
Yeah.
Some kind of motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Objection. You know what makes my golden rule? You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get a better one. Oh.
Huh? I don't get it.
Basically, he's like, I will throw you out of this court.
Yeah.
Because you're useless. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh.
So stick with the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe.
She was, they said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket.
It was the winning ticket for $500,000.
$500,000.
$500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? Why not?
Press it.
It's the only thing that's a little bit out of
Yeah.
whack, yeah. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I've here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's a $500,000 lottery ticket?
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
Oh, okay.
It was in her apron.
Yeah.
What? Nani?
$500,000.
$1 million. Order. Huh.
She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress.
No, that's a new change for Maggie.
$500,000. Yeah. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
Look,
I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering.
I want it.
want it so bad. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately.
You really think there's any contradictions in this testimony?
To be honest, I don't know.
But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we were forming a united front, right? How will we win this case if he doesn't throw us a line?
I don't have a whole lot of options right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. He was alone at his table.
Might be worth
Might be
pressing
worth
that one.
pressing,
'Cause
yeah. Can I stop you for just a minute?
Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said, and that. What killer would say that? What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey!
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner of the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. The two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press this point a little harder?
Sure,
yeah.
why not?
Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps our view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. That is true.
Yeah.
Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right?
The music stopped.
Oh.
Ooh.
Here we go. Some more evidence that they didn't. So they were uncovering evidence that was missed, or perhaps we didn't know previously, which isn't necessarily bad. But yeah, coming in blind is not a fun. It's not a fun experience.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
Ticket. Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant.
Oh my
God.
god,
What a
Guto.
fucking jerk.
Oh.
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place.
Oh, sorry. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place. Correct?
I think the court will agree with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
Irk. Nani.
Rabble.
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Cool. So add photo.
Interesting.
You understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio?
That's not that big of a deal.
That
Traces of
doesn't
poison
seem-
were found in his coffee cup. That might be good to press because
Maybe
we
I'll
might get
get
some more information
about the poison, yeah.
about the poison, or even like how can you trace the poison, like the vial, right?
Yeah.
I think we have it actually. If I look.
You
No, we
should-
don't have it. We don't have the
You don't have the little vial?
in evidence with us. We have a vial from the kitchen at Tribune. Let's press this. So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else.
Not sure if I get you, pal.
Was there poison? Or was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder?
If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
Cool. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table: sugar, salt, pepper.
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
Actually, I have seen people put
Pepper.
salt and
Salt.
and
The victim took
Yeah,
his
I
coffee
have-
black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could have only been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press harder? Should I press this on this point a little harder?
why not?
Why not? Are you absolutely certain the victim even drank any of his coffee?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, according to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. Well, that's what I was. In case you are wondering, the last objection was for the detective here. Huh, for me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to, if you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece of evidence.
That piece of evidence, sir? Yes, that piece of evidence. What piece was it again? This!
Fucking hot cocoa. Should I be grateful that this coffee's only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Like,
Oh.
Oh, now I remember. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in his cup. That victim gulped it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that victim gulped it down like this. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Aw.
there.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
And that would be the potassium cyanide.
That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. Who spells Maggie like that? I don't know. I think it's because it's Maggie Bird. They had Y, so like a magpie.
It was a point in the previous case with Maggie,
Right.
is that
The way her name
is spelled uniquely. So the person who tried to frame her and wrote Maggie wrote it with an IE, like you normally would.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you didn't know Maggie personally, you wouldn't know to spell it the way she does.
Yeah, but the victim was in fact her
Boyfriend.
Was her boyfriend. So that was like a very key point of evidence in her trial, her previous trial.
Yes. So her parents chose something.
Naruhodo. Yes, sodane. Furthermore, it seems blah blah blah. I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of this $500,000 lottery ticket. And that alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
Also, that dude is hella blind. He can see. Oh, which guy? Oh no, the person who tried to frame Maggie
was also hella blind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's because the court was ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. Here we go. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that is not the cleanest apron I've seen.
Wow. that stain looks like it can't be blood, can it? Huh. It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. This is actually important. Yeah, this is actually important. So Goto's eyepiece makes him colorblind, essentially, because he only sees in shades of red. He doesn't notice that the apron has a red stain on it.
Yeah.
He only sees that the brown and the red are similar, so he thinks the whole thing is a stain, right? Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean, of course, I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket.
Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What? Nani? Order. The court will accept these items into evidence. Potassium cyanide added to the court record too. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Goto. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? And he should be like, what bloodstain? Yeah, bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me about any bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it.
Well, detective, could this stain really be blood? No way, sir. That's it's just ketchup, sir.
So this is a key point of evidence that we'll bring back at the end of Trials and Tribulation.
Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone at breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Commentary.
But I stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. No, I thought everyone knew what it was already.
Oh.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence, they've all been clearly established.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all.
Oh, you really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. So yeah, we're getting a huge download of information that we usually piece together while we're like doing the case.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Victor.
Oh, that is a very tight pencil skirt.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been really tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
Okay, that seems suspicious. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court that you're a real lawyer, Trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Olay. Maybe he's born with it.
Okay, the crime was reported at 2:25 by some kind of scary man. Let me just check something really quick here. Some of the new evidence that we haven't had to take time to look at. So here's the crime photo. It's Maggie's fingerprints. Has small pockets and a big stain. Powdery poison. The lottery ticket. Tribulations. Yeah, okay, nothing too crazy. Oh, actually, no, what was the autopsy report? The autopsy report said the man died between 1:30 and 2:30. Okay, that matches up. Old man. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him.
I don't know if that's worth pressing, but
We figured out who he was. So
yeah.
let's try that. How did you figure it out? Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how are you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh,
He's so let down. He's got a whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going on.
Oh.
There was a prescription bag of the on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It seems Mr. Glenn Elk visited his doctor before he entered Tribune. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court. What do I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Yeah,
Ask him about his health insurance.
What sort of medicine was in the bag?
How good was his coverage?
Actually, the bag we found was empty.
Interesting.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
Yeah, it was completely empty. I think we have it. That's probably what we have.
Oh, the little vial that...
I think what was supposed to happen was that someone was supposed to swap his med bag. So the medicine was supposed to be swapped with the cyanide, and it was supposed to look more of an accident. But something went wrong, and they had to do it at that moment. Anyway, we'll see.
Huh. Gulp, gulp. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trite? Oh, what happened with the investigation after that, detective? When Maggie was searched, we found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. And that was it.
So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah!
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there a lottery ticket that was stolen? Another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh yeah, you mean the one the restaurant owner took? He won a whole $1 with him. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe. One whole dollar. Go to a dollar store. You can buy something new.
Be a man. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is gonna hand down his verdict.
Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something.
Yeah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious.
Come on, Gumshoe. Be the dumbest you've ever been.
Yeah, I'm pretty stupid.
Sorry. Maybe we can drag him in. Scary old man detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
One whole cent revitalized the whole economy in the Animaniacs movie.
Yeah. We're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds.
Seeds. Huh. No. Ha. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godo can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Also, he was late. Okay.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock.
There we go. So that's a pretty big thing. If she had passed out, like, obviously there was no one at the restaurant. Obviously someone could have pinned it on her, right? How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time.
Okay, she was in the kitchen.
It took her another 10 minutes or so before she came to.
That's what? Why would she be in the kitchen?
Well, I mean, she would bring the thing in to them, set it down, and then she'd go back to the kitchen as he drank, and then
he would die. But then, like, why would she just pass out? She'd go out, see it, and then have to pass out.
I don't know. Maybe she's just a weak constitution.
I don't know.
I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to carry out the search too.
I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
You're a professional detective Gumshoe, not a professional
God.
bird watcher.
Don't
what
be
a
like
creepy.
that. Don't be like
Save
that.
romantics for your own time, detective.
Don't be like
All
that.
we need to know is about the investigation. Oh, come on, Gumshoe. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him.
I already did that. We already did that.
Now you searched a lot of poison.
Push that. Push that. The victim didn't have any identification. Forget who he was. The Maggie searched for poison.
Nothing else missing from the scene.
Sports paper. Left by the victim. Doodles victim's handbag. Oh yeah, this was it? No.
No. The fact.
Tribune floor plan.
The fact that we just had something key missing up until just this moment.
Pardon?
Like, the prescription bag was empty. And it's suspicious.
Maybe. It is pretty suspicious that a prescription bag would be empty, yeah. Oh, and we do have we potentially have the vial.
Yeah, we potentially have the vial.
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribune. Where then did the medicine disappear to? That's fair.
You're too cool, pal! Oh, you're so kakoi!
Yes. So kakoi.
You're so kakoi! Sugoi desu!
Actually, no, man goes,
Suge!
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
He is such a dork.
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
Yeah, I would put that far. The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared? The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Because he's an idiot.
I mean, strange that you would prescribe potassium
He's
cyanide.
dumb, Judge. He's an idiot. Fire his ass. Order, order. Well then, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all. That is all.
Fair.
What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
Don't tell me it's Hottie.
Oh, please not Hottie. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear. Oh, new ear. Otolaryngological clinic?
Otolaryngological.
Otolaryngological.
ENT. It's an ENT. Ear, nose, throat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. Okay.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elg found himself in a fight. Oh, okay. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
He
That
ruptured
hurts.
his eardrum?
Then what on earth was the prescription he was given?
Steroids.
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
That doesn't mean someone's gonna be dumb enough to.
It still would have killed him. It would be potassium cyanide.
Yeah. Also, it wouldn't be potassium cyanide.
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is. Very, very fine print.
Yeah, so you didn't even see it.
So far, this does sound accurate.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Okay, he was left ear?
It doesn't really matter.
Well, he's wearing that headpiece, which is a radio. Why would he wear it near his ruptured eardrum?
Oh yeah, it is on the left side.
It's on his left side. Why would he wear his radio on the left side of his ear if he had a
Where-
ruptured eardrum?
Yeah, his
His
scouter
scouter
piece.
is actually it's actually a radio, or yeah, portable radio. No, it's headwear connected to a radio.
Huh.
Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
It seems that his medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
Oh,
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
she's right. But I can't let him get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue.
Yeah, our camera is mirrored.
Yeah.
So
So technically,
this is our left side.
only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? It's perfectly fair.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
still
Ah,
missing.
Shit. Ah, put the madre. But the medication in question was for topical use inside of the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the scene of the crime. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You said duty.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems like the prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems like the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did, and the possibility is undeniable.
Yeah. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? A little flickering. Mr. Godot. I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there at the restaurant on the day of the murder.
Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems to be a little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay, good job, Nick.
Good job. Good job, Nick.
Who's that good boy?
Who's
Who's
a
that good
good
boy?
lawyer? Who's a defense attorney?
Wait a second. Who wants us lawyer snack?
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
So he's already drunk 11 cups of coffee? Is
Give
that
or
what
take,
you
yeah.
mean?
Court is adjourned for recess.
January 7th, 11:03 a.m.
Alright, so that's been like an hour of court. Oh, that was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir! No, it's my line! I think I really did die a little bit.
So my brain cells sure.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe! How could he betray us like that? Uh-huh. He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up!
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right?
But it's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again.
Poor Gumshoe.
Oh, so the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo, lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
I bet he's going to be real stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds.
I swear, good thing Gumshoe wasn't standing right behind her when she said, I hate his guts!
He's just like, this is like, hello, darkness, my old friend. This is crying. Rabble, 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 rabble.
I'm gonna turn around, face a corner, and just like...
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
Oh, Victor.
Name an occupation if you don't mind.
The name is Victor Godot, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me mine.
I don't know if I want to do Grandpa's voice in this one.
Honor and duty are what make me mine. You, I can be quite emotional at times.
Which one do people prefer? Oscar the Grouch voice or
Grandpa
Simpson?
I think Grandpa Simpson.
It's because he goes.
Just-
"Oh."
Also because like he's the lecherous old man that's
Yeah, that's
like
true.
staring at.
Honor and duty are what make me mine. You, I can be quite emotional at times too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
Yeah, he's a perv. Oscar doesn't
doesn't,
fit perv vibe.
Occupation? Ha! Listen, youngin. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Oh, is it embroideries? Kimono embroidery.
That's what I do. I did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here.
Fair.
So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yeah, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Seeds? What do you think these are?
I see.
I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh yeah, did I saw it all?
Please then tell the court. We're all ears. In the kitchen, eh? Machete knows all a thing about it too, about cooking people. Machete.
Sure, I'll tell you every last detail.
Oh, he's really getting into this.
Grandpa Simpson, Abraham Simpson, I'll tell you what, damn clouds. The young man was reading the sports paper. The server girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it.
man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there, in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. He doesn't. He doesn't remember. He doesn't.
He wasn't looking at her at all. He was looking at her skirt.
Yeah. Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Ha! You're just as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones? Newfangled. All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
Spectacles, testicles,
Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Oh, Grandpa Simpson.
Oh, Grandpa. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Rat. Yes, Your Honor.
I feel like Victor Kudo and the judge may be within a similar age group, but one of them definitely aged better with grace.
He said he was reading a sports paper.
Alright.
The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it. Looked like he was in terrible pain and collapsed. See,
Do you
now? Do you? You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you could identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know, she's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear such a uniform, even me. Okay, that's something.
Oh, please, let's...
Mr. Rat, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away. Ah! Other things I recognize about her, too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What do I do? Press that bitch. Sure, you saw the waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether the waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony.
Absolutely. Trebian Phoenix art exists.
There's actually Trebian Phoenix and Edgeworth cosplays that we saw personally our first Sakura Con, which I thought was hilarious.
Was it even Sakura Con? What is it, AE?
No,
I thought they came up to AE with
They
that.
did, but it was Sakura Con first.
That we saw them first?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. What?
That's all he remembers.
I know, but I don't remember that being for Maggie. It seems like she was wearing a uniform that didn't fit her. Anyway, you do seem to remember several details about her appearance, but what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face. Ha! As if I wouldn't remember that.
Objection.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red! So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow.
Press that bitch. Oh. Can you check your court records?
I can.
And check Maggie's profile real quick. Or... Alright, it's a red-orange bow, sure, fine.
But the straps she has are frilled.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anything about her back. Let's go with the straps. Why not? Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in the straps. Why is that? What? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination?
It's fucking orange!
Blood orange! Fascination! People have all kinds of fetishes, right? We don't need to embarrass the witness. Listen, you young upstarts, I haven't got some sick strap fetish.
Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright?
I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
I said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well. I'm sorry. Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless.
Do you think Mr. Old Seedy really saw Maggie do
I
it?
don't think he did. Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there.
He was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
I guess. She's making a good point, though.
Hey, did I just say something clever?
I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. Yeah.
Well, let's press the other one. Press about her backside.
Her behind, her durrier. One sip in pain.
That one, press it. And then when it gets through, ask about her behind.
You do seem to remember about several details. What about her face?
Objection.
Objection.
Objection. It's likely to make objection. It's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. Blah 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 blah. Yada yada yada.
Yada yada.
Back. Yeah. The identifying features you described are all things that you would see from the back, right? So you didn't see the face.
Yeah.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection.
It's true. Like, so he caught eye. He just looked at the butts, essentially.
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they ask to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
That is harassment! I'm telling you, I'm not obsessed with straps and ribbons! I'm just telling you what I saw! Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
Oh, this old man's testimony is getting longer and longer.
And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer. I bet.
Was there anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front?
That's a lie. There should have been.
Yeah, there
'cause
should
there's a
be.
big fucking red stain on it.
Yeah.
Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Ha! That filthy old thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of that time
Of what?
of what my grandson looks like just after he's done eating.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning.
Huh?
And you just said it yourself. You wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops. Oh, God. Witness. You can't just oops your way out of this one, Colston.
I knew that dig was coming. Oh.
Well, looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Listen, Trite, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
This fucking old man.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching.
I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. Shots fucking fired. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you remember seeing.
Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
You can rely on me, Captain. My organ's in perfect working order.
Sure.
I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
He can't remember Possibly be more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
He's an idiot.
God.
Very well, let's test how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
Sure.
He had a long schlong. Here's another one of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles.
All right, single-sided.
Yeah. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. I'm not wearing a tie at all. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. This may shock and discredit you. May even... I'm not wearing a tie at all. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in great deal of detail. Oh yeah! I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything!
How are we gonna handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
I suppose, but it's what I do best.
Fair.
Pesky young types wearing broken spectacles.
Worth?
Spectacles? Dark glasses to you! One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. What?
What?
Newfangled rubbish! That's why I remember him so well. Okay, he did have something. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye, right? But I wouldn't have called that a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Goldo's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick.
I guess I'll have to wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Yeah, let's see if we can find him something
Yeah.
a little bit more discreet. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling his pages.
Maybe work.
The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan! I nearly asked him, can you even read without fidgeting, huh? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on?
Yeah.
Oh, he's reading. I needed to find out if Gustin Braun retained his championship title.
He definitely didn't.
Why is Guts? Oh, it's funny. Guts and Braun is Guts and Braun. That's
Guts and
Guts and
Braun.
Braun. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why'd you buy your own? What are you looking at me for, huh? How dare you judge me? Ow! Ow!
Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway.
Okay. That newspaper was a month old.
Yeah, that was while they were still fighting. And then
The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. The wireless? The decadent young rascal! My day was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece, it's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. He was that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me for, huh? How dare you feel sorry for me? Ow! 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 And the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. Sure.
sure.
You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? Take that! Ow! 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 I better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. The little fidget picked up a coffee with his free hand and took a sip. Is there a photo of the victim? There is, right? The floor plan. Where's the newspaper? Yeah, that's a weird thing. There's no newspaper here. Anyway.
Also strange that it was found behind the,
Yeah, it was tucked away. Cappuccino.
Yeah, but...
Fidget spinner.
Fidget spinner.
It's a fidget spinner, that's what it was.
We didn't press that last one. Might be worth it. Just to see if it...
Yeah. His free hand? Yes! Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand do you think it is, moron? Ah! Ah! Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. Yeesh! I was only asking. You don't need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss.
I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do. Even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Maybe the glasses. Let's give it a shot. That didn't turn out.
That didn't seem right.
No. I think the newspaper and then the crime photo.
I think you were right, yeah.
Okay, so he said there's another one. No, he can't have newspaper in his right hand. So there's newspaper is in his right hand and it was with him at the time of his death. Where is it in the crime photo? That means someone moved it. Which means either he's lying or there's something more to this. Nope.
Or maybe not that statement.
Objection denied. He kept rustling his pages. He was listening to the wireless.
Next
Brought
one.
up a cappuccino.
This one.
No, that's not it either.
No.
Damn it.
Oh. Okay. Take a look at your evidence again.
Sports paper with a doodle. Victim's handwriting.
Keep going, keep going, keep going to the coffee cup.
Oh! He would have picked it up with his right hand, right?
Yes.
Because that's where the lips are.
Yes.
So... his right hand. And then...
The last one, about his free hand.
And then his free hand.
Because if he's wrestling with his right, he would have picked it up with the left. But the orientation of...
is wrong on the cup, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory. I know, there's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you nothing! If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song! Garrett will tell us where this is going, Trite. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking his coffee with his free hand, which would make it at his left. Ha! What is this, kindergarten? I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup of the victim. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes. On the ring, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yes, there's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how?
Obviously, he's a monster that doesn't use the handle.
Yeah,
this
obviously
is true.
he's a savage, yeah. Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he... Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that. I don't care about that dirty cup of coffee. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony. That young brat was holding the cup with his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hot button, you spiky head yahoo who are at fault. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man! I've been around for 68 years. I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
Old man yells at Sky.
Yells at Cloud. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godot! Madlock! Yeah. But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain! You can rely on Victor!
Oh, Jesus.
God, this old man. Left hand or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of his green lens, of his specs.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling it just before he picked up the cup, too. Then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor, often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HDTV, DVD, CD, these old newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw. I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts. Good old black and white.
So that very first statement's wrong.
Yeah. So the boy was wearing
Same
the earpiece.
side, earpiece on the same side of his green lens.
I don't think we need to push this, do we?
I don't think we even need to push
He's
it.
just an idiot. This one, right?
Go back to your prescription. Go back to the prescription.
Right, the prescription said that his ear on the left side was shot. The bag is empty. That doesn't say anything about it. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as his green lens of his specs, but he couldn't have. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't.
Hey,
have,
Jamil,
but
what's up?
I don't know if it's
He wore an HMD over his
left.
left.
Yeah,
his
left eye, left eardrum was ruptured. This one, yes.
So he said that he was wearing an earpiece in the same ear was where his HMD was, which was his left eardrum, which was currently ruptured. So he couldn't have done it.
He would not be doing that.
He
that
wouldn't
would
be able to hear it.
Yeah.
Objection!
Just right out of the gate.
Well, I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but
Hello, floating cat.
Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations.
Look at this fat cat on the court table. This is perfect. Wow!
Oof. We're just going through this old man's fucking testimony, and then it's hurting my face. Hurting my head right now. Mr. Kudo, there's something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as his HMD. No question! You could lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. The victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Huh? Traces of medication for his conditions were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon! Pigeon!
Well, I mean, at least he's following through.
Ora!
Meow, 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 meow.
The witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot? A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup.
Wow.
The pure black magic. Black magic. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain! Are you calling me a drip?
Sure.
This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark in the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put it out for you. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip of the cup held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw.
You can't do that, Godo.
Impossible! The witness had already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elk drank the poisoned coffee. Like this! Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible.
So he's not a credible witness.
Yeah, and the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there.
How is walking simulator to Tony? Episode 3,
Tony's
I think,
the chat.
of,
Hello. Hello, all. Hello.
Of Death Stranding.
Hello, Siak. Kayik. Welcome to the stream. Say hello to the chat. People are nice. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned.
Oh, we got through
Thank
that.
the Lord. Oh, no! Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there, I'm just a bubbling old man who can't even dot his own T's or cross his own I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now, but there's something else this court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything, but I want another chance. I want another crack at you, young shark.
Jesus.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? Final chapter in this eccentric old man scrapbook. The Conan delivery. Is that a Conan?
I don't know.
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial.
I know.
I may be 68 years old, but this Victor Kudo is still a man.
I don't want to go to your house.
That's enough,
No.
witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court just to hear your testimony. You bet! Much, much quicker!
I can't believe this thing is happening.
Can't believe this is happening. Ha ha! You better get ready! I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? Oh, he said. Oh, he found Conan. Oh, the Conan delivery in Death Stranding.
Ah, okay.
He's got to be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
I see what you did there.
Meta. Super meta.
It's the final showdown.
First of all, I'd want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino.
Okay.
Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. You knocked it right over. It broke. Oh, hello, Edward
Oh,
again.
hello, back.
It
Welcome
broke,
back.
and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Okay. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, hmm?
Check the photo.
Epic Group, thanks for the follow. Oh, hello, thank you, Epic Group, for
Hello.
the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
Ironically, Maggie is is the one. Is the character is in the update or in the alert is the one actually being on trial again. I gotta find those gifs, those sprites where they're in multiple different uniforms.
You good?
Indeed. Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Hey, you doubting me again, huh? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man.
Yes, I am. Absolutely.
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're bird brain. That's why that's all you can think of. I love the holiday emotes or memes. Yeah. Oh, the bad, like the cat table thing. Oh, so cute.
The bongo cat.
Hello, Prime Fire. This little piggy. Hello, welcome to the
this
stream.
little piggy.
It's a Daring Player Squad stream. We're 5 people who play video games. Today is Saturday, which is
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, bad voice dubs. So we're putting all the bad voice dubs we can onto these characters. Some of them, of course, the judge have been here since the first episode, first game we played. Hello. I love those kids. I love those little units, little character sprites. They're so cute. Anyway, we'll move right along. We're currently in this long, extensive cross-examination of this old coot
That just won't shut up.
that won't shut the fuck up. So, and this voice, it really hurts. I don't like this voice. That's why I'm like, ugh. Very well, Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. God, I hope it's the final cross-examination.
Well, the one where it says he knocks over the vase, we can check the photo.
First of all, I want to stress this might be nothing. Yeah, I know that.
I
The young
know
man
that
slumped over,
so
took his
long.
luck, then he clumsily
Knocked
hit
it right
the vase,
over.
knocked it
Take a
over.
look at.
It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. This one, right?
Any of those 3, I think,
Yeah.
honestly.
So, if you
the-
go look at the crime photo, the vase is clearly not spelled.
Yeah.
So,
Load of shit.
fuck, I got enough health. I might as well try it. Stupid.
Any of those 3.
Daring Epic Group 1-5. Oh.
Oh, he got the
Oh, the star, right. Yeah, so if you notice on the bottom, I have stream avatars, and they're all just different sprites that I picked up off the rip from the Edgeworth. What's it called?
Edgeworth walks.
The Edgeworth walks the game. So a lot of them aren't fully functional. They're just there for funsies. So enjoy. I think they're all free for now because I haven't bothered going in and actually making them and changing them at all. They're walk and
jump.
walk and stand functional.
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Keep banging that around. Let's see here. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. Ha! So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is here, intact. Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! 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 Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this court room, the cleaners will be here all night. Ah!
Could been just.
What is it now? I just remembered something! Oh, fuck.
I need to pee.
Yes, go on. The broken vase! It was on my table! What? Oh, well, you see. It startled me when the young man collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
Oh my god.
The vase on your table. Ha ha! Yeah, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Oh, God. Oh, you useless old coot. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for the day. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Ah! Wait a minute! If that's the case, there's more! I've got more to say! Oh yes, I remember something. Oh God. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait! Listen to me!
Oh my god.
Well, we seem to have been
man.
considerably sidetracked.
Oh,
And I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup and the victim the mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted in his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Oh, wow, Nick, you did it.
They can't send me away if I attempt to testify everything. They can't throw me away if I keep testifying. Oh, fucking, just kill me.
Would you like to be escorted quietly or kicking and screaming?
Oh, kicking and screaming, please. Ah! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony be of use. So he summarized it accordingly in his statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like this.
Godot's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Godot's. Yes, Your Honor. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology.
Not even a haiku.
That's not even a haiku.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, God, please.
Please,
Christ.
this couldn't be adjourned fast enough.
Oh, God. Let's get out of here.
I love this music. It's so good. Is there a cat? Oh, there's a cat.
There is most definitely a cat butt right here.
Don't talk about my butt.
There's a magical floating cat butt. And then there's another magical floating cat behind. Meow! Yes, Fred. Meow.
Christ, check. Give me the check, please. Check, please. Check, please.
So, how do you think the trial went this morning?
How do you think it went?
It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances.
Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know
is that is what old Mr. Kudo saw: the apron straps and the ribbon.
And the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured.
I mean, really, can you even say that he was remembering the right thing? Can you even believe that?
It just shows if he is right about it. It could be that he saw the scene after it had been doctored.
Could be,
Right?
yeah.
After it had been... Bear. Is that a 6'2" bear? You love the little bear? Yeah. It came up as a joke from bracketeering. And then everyone just loved it enough to keep it. So we're like, Raid Bear, let's do it.
Raid Bear. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis.
Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Yeah. We gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Seriously? Seriously, Maya?
Well, I'm officially at a loss at where to start.
Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first.
I guess we should put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use.
I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, that's true.
And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations.
Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too.
So, anything on your mind?
Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Xin Hop. You know, like what he said and stuff. You're phony.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy.
I had a beat you so hard it'll feel like you was smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright. You saying you, Phoenix Wright. 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only.
So we found this weird, very Trump orange looking motherfucker.
I want to take a moment to point out that I too have a...
Oh, the blue is kind of like making it. Yeah. So I bought this shirt from a gentleman that was at Fan Expo, and it is a tiger being massaged by a Yakuza
cat.
And I love his stuff. He also does a bunch of stuff for Samurai Shiba.
Yeah.
He has a bunch of Samurai sheep pins, which are really cute. And, I just thought this was fun because Joyce is the cat with the tattoos and I am the tiger. Because Joyce is always giving me back cracks keys. The shirt is really cool. Joyce, do we keep his information? What is he called? He's called
Horse Fiddle Press.
Horse Fiddle Press. So if you Google that up, you might be able to find some of his stuff. So. Let's see here. Actually, I've learned a little bit something about my doppelganger.
Huh? You did? What did you find out?
Oh yeah, Maya was working the restaurant when I ran into Don Phonine. the phony guy. Horsfiddle Press, yes.
Yeah.
Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? All right, let's head over to. Oh, we can also refer to criminal affairs apparently as well.
Sure. Okay. Looks like Gumshoe's not here.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow.
You think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. Like, what are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? Calling the offices for the briefing, quick.
Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet!
Yeah.
By my email, pal. By my email, pen pal.
By my email, pen pal, Elite Asian Princess. Oh, fucking A. That is a blast from the fucking past.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that fucking, that username right
man.
there. Tell me you didn't have a friend
no.
like that on your MSN
Oh
Messenger.
no. Needs more X's and a ricer in there. Oh.
For all you 20, like late 20s, 30-somethings, this hits home.
Oh my god.
My email, pen pal, Leap Asian Princesses. 7 for later, I'm turning it off now. No! Elite Asian Princess!
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keeping busy, more like panicky if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. It looks like their server's being hacked or something, right?
No, they're being called to press for
Are they?
something.
Oh, I forgot to look at these guys.
Oh, hey! That's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
Find her and Zanga. That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police.
Oh, good god.
So what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she. Right, Chief? Don't misgender
Yeah.
her.
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue, and the other one's called Pink. But they're both called Badger?
You got it. They're married. Oh,
Aw,
geez. that
Mr.
explains
and
the
Mrs. Badger
explains the shackling.
seems to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you.
Oh.
Whoa. Wow, whoa. A mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deepest oceans. Chief. Oh, I need to see what
else.
the chief says. This must be the chief of detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer's been cut. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email. Alternatively, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion. Dear lead princess, how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night?
Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become chief.
Oh, God. I
Maya.
need to leave. I need
Oh,
to leave
no.
here before I shoot myself in the teeth.
No, that's some like Hello War flashbacks.
I guess Maggie's still in questioning.
But we just got questions to ask her too. Maggie!
Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground. This isn't a playground, you know. Okay, so without that, we have to go to Tribulations.
Yes.
Oh, God. Sean Armstrong, please no.
Empty as usual.
Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Oh!
Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting real worked up about something.
No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyways. What a ripoff.
Oh, he's playing,
he's
the
playing
lottery.
the
lottery, yeah.
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal.
To the radio?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe is having lunch here.
He is, and he's having the twin tea set.
Oh, gross.
What can I say?
Oh, poor bastard.
I know.
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know?
You always blow apart my testimony. Why of all days did you not do it today?
Greetings, mortals. Hello,
Hello,
undead.
undead.
And definitely not 8 inches. Just the number 8. That's all we need.
Yeah, sorry, there just wasn't any holes in it for
He
once.
just needs the number 8 to finish off his lottery. There's no inches. No inches whatsoever. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
This that wasn't his.
Swiss cheese.
Would he have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, the case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you, about me, I mean?
Oh, you're
God.
so desperate. Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
I still haven't made that voice thing for it yet, for flashbacks. But I will definitely have it for episode 4 because there's so many flashbacks.
Oh God. Something like that. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean it.
Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall. Nick, stop him.
Oh man, poor Gumshoe.
And scene.
So, did you like the Twin Teas set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was, delicate.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
Looked like he's thinking.
That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized, it's bad! That's it, it tastes bad! It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you pay 20 bucks for it, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe he should have found out about. Maybe he should have found out the price after he had finished eating it.
Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen L came here.
Delicate must be talking about the French food. That's why. Yeah, this is a French restaurant.
Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set.
If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Elk, that reminds me. You still hardly know anything about the guy. Oh, we get to go to his workplace, right?
Sunk cost fallacy, yes. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Oh, yeah, I can't wait to get to the workplace. So, what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh?
That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that? That was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Oh, nothing really. It was just the, daily exercise show.
Whoa, Gumshoe's locked on us? Okay, it's not a big one, but
Because he's poor.
yeah, like this is the first time I've heard Gumshoe like not be honest with us, right? What the? A cyclock?
This lunch special's lobster sure is great.
He's so guilty.
Yeah, he's guilty as fuck.
Then why are there tears in your eyes? Alright, so we don't have any proof.
It could be really simple. Like
It
we
could
did last
be.
time. I'm just gonna
But
see what it is, so that we
alright.
kind of look out for it for the next.
Sure.
Present.
Present Megatama.
Megatama Samawama. Boom.
Take that. Alright, let's see what it takes to break a bitch.
Just you give him a little bit of pressure and it breaks immediately.
That would be funny.
All right, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was related to. Okay, yeah, we can totally break him right now. We can totally break him right now. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elk did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was super
Wow.
simple. Huh, I've cracked him already.
Wow.
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Wow.
Oh my god, like he was so, okay,
Wow.
that was underwhelming.
Wow.
Underwhelming.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
No, you are not very lucky. I mean, maybe. What's with everyone in the lottery?
So, how'd it go? Ugh.
I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. L, you see? And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They'd even do the drawings live on air. It's intense, pal.
That was
I
very
bet that's why
sometimes
Mr. Elg was listening to the Daily Hospital.
That was very Kamiguchi Kamikam. Is that what you're telling me right now? James is throwing out some East Indian wisdom. I watched it. I watched that movie.
Yeah, I bet that's why Mr. Elg was listening to the radio.
Yeah, what time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah! Look, I've got this flyer when I bought the ticket.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, that kind of lines up with the timeline.
Yeah.
Millionaire radio? Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Gumshoe is lucky. Who else would be so incompetent yet still hold on a steady job, right?
It's true. It's true. I mean, he does have his own form of luck. Just not the kind that you're hoping for. I want to try it, Nick.
And then buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money.
What? But Nick.
So maybe we can present him with some profiles to see what we can get more out of him.
Mr. Godo agreed to take this case just so he could face off with you, pal. He was working on a bunch of important cases, but he canceled them all.
Huh? But then why didn't Godot take this case when Maggie's first trial came up?
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I mean, everyone knows the defense was Phoenix right. So why did he try to fight me then?
Well, according to Mr. Godot, he knew the guy was a phony right away, so he didn't want to bother with the trial.
He couldn't be bothered to tell the judge? That's
fair.
That's terrible.
You know what? That tracks with Godot.
I have a character type, and it's dorks, and I'm terrified.
Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh?
Is your type a himbo? Tell me, is that what it is? I mean, there's no shame in it. Yeah, thanks to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Maya, don't torch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're a cup of cheap creme brulee.
You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you?
No, I'm not that I...
You don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right?
I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right.
Oh.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes through? Does he just
What
happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden?
Oh, he wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
I mean, he could be. You never know.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as
there we
well.
go.
There we go.
His workplace? Where's that?
My type of himbo is angsty edgelord emo guys. At least you have better taste than I do. No himbos. Men. Period. His work week. Where's that?
Oh, a computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that.
Just at me
It's
next
just
time.
around the corner from the joint. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Explains why he's here.
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh?
Oh, I can't wait.
You know, in all my years, I've never seen a witness who was that confused before.
Yeah, you look pretty confused by his testimony.
Nothing against old guys. I like them at all. But he sounded like he was pretty sure about what he saw.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too.
Me three. But then, why doesn't even a single part of his testimony corroborate any of the facts?
I feel like he was looking through a mirror.
Either he was, looking through a mirror, or that he observed the situation after it had been changed. So he saw it occur and left and came back when it had been changed.
Yeah, maybe it was
Or
staged.
vice versa, yeah.
You know what that chef said to me? Oh la la, your body is full of toxins. And then he gave me this bottle.
What's in it?
I don't know, it label says juniper.
Alright, we've been through this.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Anything, evidence we might want to present to him? The radio flyer, he gave us that. The victim's prescription bag, yeah.
We never did find the contents of the bag.
Strange. It was medicine for Mr. Elg's ruptured eardrum, right?
Yeah, we found traces of it in his left ear canal. He must have used it while he was at Tribulations. We're sure of that much.
Oh, you know what? The reason why I was in the kitchen is because fucking John swiped it.
Swiped it, yeah.
Do we have that bottle still? We
Nope.
don't. We just
I
looked
forgot.
at
I forgot what we did with it.
it.
I don't remember if we
sent
took
it
it.
out for processing,
Ah.
and he hasn't come back to us about it yet. Well, let's check the kitchen out. Maybe we can find Jean, and maybe the bottle.
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone.
Oh,
I'll be back next month.
oui, naturellement. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready. I promise you.
I love
Ouch.
fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
We start fires.
We start fires.
No, no, no! Stop it! I beg you.
Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
My noise, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Ash? Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh no, you don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time.
Oh!
I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. For now.
I'm getting Doki Doki Club literature vibes right now.
I know, right?
You give her a Scottish accent? I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. Oh, I have a shiver, so I must rub some oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck.
Send it
Oh,
raw.
oui, that feels so good.
Oh,
Oh, oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes! My eyes! Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this oil of sandalwood. Isn't that just the leftovers of what you were just using? Oh, my eyes! Oh,
oh no!
oh wait.
What is this game?
Okay.
This game is a masterpiece, that's what.
You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
Good
No,
God.
you're right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you like dishes brave. Putting on a brave face, huh?
Oh my God, I get smacked in the face by Fred. That's what girls do, Nick.
Ah, but you're right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is tray. I want people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays?
Nick, That's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
It's a friend, yeah.
It's a friend. Meh. Meh, meh, meh.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to the finale. No one will take it from me. Okay. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Oh la la, you saw that? Oh, well, yes, sorry.
So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Polite, graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Alright, I'll be back next month.
Oh wait, that's Ramont. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it, hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having.
You think so? Well, let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens.
They're talking about his outrageous debt.
Probably.
Yeah, his contract. I have to go to the present section.
Present.
So long as that paper exists, I will put the delightful angel with the broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
After the moaning and oils incident, no one can forget Armstrong is a man. Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. And the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? With what?
My pits. I did not owe them. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. And if I tell you, that woman, she was slicing me up and eat me with a salad garnish. I hope he doesn't mean that she'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? I got your piece of evidence right here.
Oh! Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. She's gonna eat his salad? Ugh.
Okay, let's not go into this. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, Why has it come to this? What a tragedy! Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of the bad culinary skills.
Love that.
The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Oui, Tinderlander, it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. You must know, if you must no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much.
That is the thorniest fucking long stint Rose ever. Yeah. Well, the thing is that like his face is very mousy, right? That's why I gave him a lighter voice at the end. So Tenderlander is the
also
loan
when
office.
he screams, it's like.
Yeah, he's like a squeaky mouse. Yeah. So Tenderlander is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. Probably.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
I am concerned. Who is he?
The tiger.
The tiger?
Oui, he is the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear a noise from the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no, no, no. This man is a presence. A most formidable personality. Also, oui, he does have the specky hair just like you. Oh, oui. There is a resemblance there, I suppose.
Oh.
Huh. Sounds like the loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderländer, it is just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Oh, face it, Tiger, you hit the jackpot. I'm pretty sure that'll probably be in there somewhere. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Or Vitamin Square, huh?
Vitamin.
Do we need to...
I mean, if you feel like you could I don't know if you have... No, you don't have the Tiger's profile yet.
No.
So, yeah, there's nothing to see.
Oh, I would urge to see that focus face. Maggie's? I heard she was a superhumanly unhappy. Supremely.
Superhumanly? Potato, tomato,
And
tomato.
if she hadn't come to work for me, she wouldn't have gotten into this mess. Huh? Am I missing? No, I'm missing something here, aren't I? Je suis désolé. Maggie, forgive me. Okay. She's okay. I think we're good enough to move off from here.
Yeah. Back into...
I can lend you money. Just bus fare one zone, one way.
Just get out of my sight.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Ah. Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye!
Bye!
Bye-bye.
Oh wait, what?
Huh?
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late.
Actually,
You got kicked off?
I kinda have a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for Maggie, actually.
I
I was kinda hoping
Oh.
you'd give her this for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been really worried about her. She's been looking like she's lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are here? There's not a person on earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love Wheaties. I can't get enough of the tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
I can't exactly say no, can I?
You want me to give her your weenie?
Yeah, my thick, scrumptious Wheaties.
Tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
I'll fill you with plenty of weenies. Maybe I'll eat it myself. I get
Zero
hungry.
skill lunch right there.
It
But
is.
you know what? He fucking did it. When he made it himself, that's all that really
You know
matters.
what? It's made with tender, loving care.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give it to Maggie. Bye.
I guess we'll give it to Maggie first.
He's finally gone. Maybe we should check on Vitamin Square first, see what's happening. Oh my god, he's here.
Huh. I don't see any signs of Mr. Kudo, do you?
Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. What?
Because he's a bird.
Oh, bird. Yeah,
seeds.
bird.
True. It still tastes better than any of the food at that cafe, let's be honest. Hey, check this out.
I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Otherwise, you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger loose in the city.
Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle.
Huh?
Don't worry, someday he'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope.
Why is he trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Alright, well that's about it. Let's check out... Oh, do you want to check out Tenderländer first? Or
I
do you
want to go to
Blue
Maggie
Wing?
first.
Oh, Maggie?
Yeah.
I don't think she's done from questioning.
I don't know, it was like...
No, she's not done from questioning.
Alright, Tenderländer it is.
Do you want to go Tenderländer or do you want to do Blue Screen Incorporated?
Oh, right.
Tenderlender or Blue Screen Incorporated, folks? Let me know.
Tenderlender or blue screen? This one or
You
the
gotta go
other
to
one?
Vitamin Square to get
On the other side of Vitamin Square. So, do we want to know more about
I gotta pace myself.
Glenn Elg and his tech company?
It'll introduce a new character as well.
Yeah, or do you want to go over to
The Tenderlender.
the Tenderlender where
Where
we
we will
find
meet
out
La
about
Tigre.
more about Ash and Le Tigre.
We haven't actually got her name yet, have we?
Nope, we have not got her name yet, but it's gonna be great. Honestly, both sites are great.
I'm just doing a quick check on my social medias. Give me a minute.
Please, talk to us. Where would you like to go? Would you like to go to the Blue Screen Incorporated? Or would you like to go to Tenderlander?
I think go for Ash.
Go for
To the
Ash?
Tenderlender then.
All right.
To the Tenderlender. Da-da-da-da-da. Great. Yeah, he's not that great. Oh, he got the win through compromise. He's got the Daruma in the background. And he's got the blue suit in the back. Look.
You ass. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing.
Welcome.
Talk about a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die.
Ah, yes it is. You're here to discuss a loan?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please.
Like the little floaty waif.
Yeah. She's gone. Just like that.
Why do you need a bathroom in your office after office sex? Maybe.
Oh,
I wouldn't put it
God.
past him.
Oh, God.
Oh, but that's
like
like
that.
really fucking familiar. Like it's like Ric Flair. I think actually more like I think he's a boxer, and that's like his boxing coat.
But anyways, she's gone.
I guess we'll just have to come back another time.
Hey, but this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a round. Let's take a look around, okay?
Do you think it'd be okay?
Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee. Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk. Please.
Okay, let's not touch the desk.
Nick! Let's get out of here!
Now she wants to get out of here? Okay,
Now touch the desk.
We won't touch the desk. We'll touch everything else first.
Let's see. This round doll is called Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two about and be more cultured, in case you were wondering.
You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change?
Hey! I bet you didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick! Give him a good shove!
Only if I feel like dying.
Now, this yellow thing. This is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they?
Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
She's a spirit medium. How could you be afraid of spooky things? What is it? What is it? Repair bill. Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane!
That is insane. The car is registered to a Cavardini's?
Huh. So it's not even
Cadaverini, sorry.
yeah.
Cadaverini's?
So it's not even the tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office?
Nah.
Paid by Tiger to the I think it's hush money, or it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? It is
Protection money.
not protection money. It's the tithe. It's their
The tithe.
It's the tithe you pay to your family, but it's covered. It's laundered as a repair bill. true story. Ric Flair has had no idea where Vancouver is. When I mentioned where we were from, he basically had to ask us when we were in relation from Calgary, because they hadn't invented bananas.
Because they haven't invented bananas taped to wall.
Also, just referring back to Ric Flair and wrestling. Wrestling is a big thing in Calgary, but not on the West Coast. That's probably why James met Ric Flair.
Yeah, wrestling doesn't. No one cares out here.
Coast, yeah. It's getting there. Hey, look at this. Oh, sorry.
Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic.
It looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. There you go.
Hey, look at this. This suit's the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
Huh? The same color as my suit?
Oh!
Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, gotta take a look at this. Some cake. Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise, sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? I'm scared, Nick.
So, what are you getting? What were you getting so excited about before?
Look on the lapels on the suit.
Oh my God! It's a
cardboard.
That's an attorney's badge.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way! Look at that thing. It's made of paper. Paper badge added to the court record, made of cardboard and painted to look authentic.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. It's literally a piece of cardboard.
For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obvious fake badge when they see one? Okay, so there's that. And what's down here?
Trash. Oh no. Someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything.
I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleanup was such a pain. It was one of those super antique ones where you burn a lot of charcoal.
How did she manage to knock over one of those? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh, hey! There's a book of matches here too, from Tribune.
Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
Look what's printed on the cover. It says Tribune.
Ooh.
These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them.
Oh yeah! The pilot light for the office boilers keeps going out.
Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Alright, so... best for last? There's a CD player on the desk. But the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee?
Yes, thanks. It was, lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
Okay, girl. Just calm yourself down. That coffee! It was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have a chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber.
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
No way! That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do.
Swiped.
Did we swipe it? Oh yeah. Yo! Yo! Oh god, that was so long. Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping around my office for?
Nothing.
Yo! My precious carpet! You's got ash on my rug! You gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door!
It wasn't us. It was already like this.
Yous wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take me on?
I know he's actually supposed to have a more Brooklyn, New York accent.
Yep.
But I want to give him that. Do I want to?
Because that's what he talks a lot like this.
I don't know. I like the way.
I don't
want
want to talk to the tiger like this as well. What you doing?
I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing.
What are you doing? You think you can take me on?
Like that's his voice,
Yeah.
right? I'm gonna give him that more Jason Statham sound.
Sure.
Yous wanna?
Even though he's an Italian mom.
Who cares?
You wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatten you two into pancakes and turn you into my new rugs.
Ah! Oh. Don Tigre, you're back.
Oh, that voice is like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
She just like fades in. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier and...
Has she got a death wish or what?
Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair!
Here, have some cookies. I
Aw.
just baked them.
I don't know if he's like head over heels for her or scared of her.
I can't tell yet. You'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
I love how deflated he gets.
Yeah, I know.
Yo! Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
You're either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you're gonna come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to ask.
Yo! No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Oh, wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Like you're the one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it, either.
The espresso. And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta. Before I do that, I want to examine the thing. It says, win through compromise.
I wonder what that's supposed to mean.
It must be something, it must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like
He's
that.
just B now. Oh my god. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me.
I think these are all just stolen goods. Or
That's-
collateral.
Maybe. That's Tenderlender's guiding principle. Oh? Compromise the customer to win.
Oh, so basically
You
blackmail
break
your
them.
customer.
Yeah.
Customers.
Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever have to explain to their customers. Alright, let's talk to Violetta then. Violetta, talk pretty. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, the Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra, here at Tender Lender. Hey, Nick, things are a little bit tight at Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from the? Would I like to take a loan out from a place like this? Not so much.
Tenderlander is on your side.
Maya, please. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town.
Hey! Just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. Oh my god. Just...
So, do you know anything about the incident we're investigating?
What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger.
Furio Tigre.
His real name is
Yeah.
Furious Tiger.
Furio?
Tigre? So what's, so that's where the tiger thing comes from.
Zinni Hop's got a real name! Nick, hurry up and find out more about him! Zinni
yeah,
Hop.
Zinni Hop, yeah. So we're just gonna present, profile.
Probably.
Yes, we have.
Yes. Possibly part of the staff at Tenderlander, a thoroughly bitter person.
The head of the Tenderlander Loan Company, also known as the Tiger. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger? Mr. Tigre?
Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Oh, go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at it, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this? What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
Oh, that's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
Aw, the tiger saved you?
Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to...
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. He saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened.
I don't want to know that they're lovers.
I
You're
think-
like 14.
Well, God knows.
God.
Sex. Yeah.
I know, right?
Thank you, SGD 980801, for that illuminating. We all knew. All right, Tony. I'll see you later as well.
I'll see you, Tony Tanonis. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died.
She's sexy.
Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
Well, I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx. She's clearly older than Pearl.
But
You never
Don
know. It's
Tigre.
anime.
He saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still
And
wonder.
sex.
And sex. Okay, whoa, he's such a. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got the bandage around your head?
Oh, this?
So, what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
The coffee is smoked with Viagra. Yeah.
Fatal injury?
Maya's just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh, she's locked up.
Oh,
Jesus.
dang.
She's hella locked up. Okay.
Oh, dang. Oh, she really creeps me out, Nick.
Same here, but we gotta find the truth. So she's locked up. I definitely don't think we have
Yeah,
any.
we definitely don't have enough of this.
Well, let's move over to... Oh,
Ah,
maybe we can talk to El Tigre. That's probably why.
there he is! Old Cedy's back from feeding the pigeons
God,
again.
no. Yeah, take this and this! Get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can.
What? Why? Hello, old man?
What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Ha!
Hey, he just turned her back on us. He just turned his back on us.
Well, I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning.
Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Pigeons.
Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons! In with good fortune!
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds, shells, splinters. Oh, painful.
I always knew you were a demon, Maya.
Hey.
Will he even talk to us, I wonder?
I don't know. I think you have to. I think you have to channel your sister.
I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Ha! Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now! A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside! And then he can't even remember her face! A filthy, depraved animal! Not at all! Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in! She put in some white powder into the young lad's Javachino!
We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece! On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles!
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the face. So what? I know what I saw. I'll tell you! I'll tell you! I'll tell you! Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, spiky-haired brat! Take this! Oh, God. With a nose like that, I feel like a visit to Mr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah. You said you were a craftsman, right?
Ha! The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns! Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born to be one!
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old foot judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young?
I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside. It's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What do we do?
I don't want to hear it.
Cut in.
I don't want to hear
Actually,
it.
we've got places to go, things to check, and stuff. Maybe next time. Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbling to do. Yeah. This girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it. All honest.
What? I never said that.
Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring this along with you. What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger?
You really want someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint.
Oh, neat.
Oh.
There's...
Wow, I think you might just have to... Yeah, you might just have to ramble through it. Are you gonna voice it, or are you just gonna...
Depends on how fast it goes.
Alright, I guess. We'll suck it up.
Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good at nowadays is for running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of too-big community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? at home and at that restaurant?
Huh.
Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribune?
Huh.
Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. That very day the young brat was poisoned.
Oh.
What? There we go.
Oh.
So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, the young lad slumped over at the table. The servant girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you call the police, please. Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't have time to think about it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone?
As if he has a
Do
cell
I look
phone.
like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went out looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes?
So for 5 minutes after the incident happened? Yes, sirree. The owner was at the Tribune on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you just given me a chance. But you all bowled me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You have certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, I've got more. I've got more to say. Oh yeah, I remember something else. Okay.
Yeah.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court.
Yeah, this seems kind of important. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police?
Not so much that he called the police. It's the
yeah.
other kind of time, yeah. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose.
This bitch. What do you mean?
Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Oh.
Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay, there we go. Trans people matter. He's not transgender. He's just a very effeminate man.
Yeah, he's just very effeminate.
He identifies as a man.
He's very
I think he
effeminate.
jokingly refers to himself as a woman, having a woman need. He might be in between. I don't know, actually. This is an old game.
Yeah, it was an old game. There was definitely no trans right discourse.
Japan? Do we want to go check
Let's go to blue screen.
Yeah,
Let's go to blue screen now. Let's go blue screen now.
Look at these nerds.
Please tell me we get the line. Oh wow! This place is so high tech. You can almost smell the electricity in the air.
It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Early 2000s is a wild time. It's a robot voice.
Who are you?
Yes!
Oh,
Whoa,
yes.
Jesus.
Oh, hello.
You want to give her the Siri voice?
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow! What secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked edumacational show.
Edumacational.
That is not another typo. That is genuinely what he just said.
Edumacational. My name is Lisa Basil.
So, like
Glenn
like
Elg?
Glenn Elg, she has
Her name is a palindrome.
A palindrome name, yeah. Facts, I was there.
I am the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. There you go. And what is that thing over her eye? Isn't that the same device as Glen Elg's?
Well, that's a DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs. Then, do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this.
Oh, you give her the Baymax voice?
Pretty
No,
much.
I just enjoy wearing this.
Pretty much.
So you sub in words.
Yeah. Well, they are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one.
So what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand.
So I think the way Baymax talks is that not adjective, because adjective or verb is placeholder.
I think so.
So I will try to simplify it so that you can understand.
Something like that, yeah. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source levels components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? You got that much, right?
The software we produce is distributed on CDs.
CDs?
Yes. Compact disc. Digital optical storage media.
Of course. CDs are used for software as well as music.
It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing.
Oh, good lord, this poor bastard.
Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time-slicing common areas on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, the program structures really influences response time and performance, so the codependence of global variables and memory overhead is vitally important to the success of execution.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah.
Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil?
You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. But I couldn't tell him anything either, because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Oh.
How about Mr. Elm's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
No, not yet. It is this one, right in front of you.
You can see that he's got like a cot and like bedding underneath there.
Oh my god, yeah. If there is anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it.
I guess there might be a clue in there somewhere.
I mean,
Alright.
he's a betting man. He's got the
He's got the
horse.
racehorses and stuff. He's got a whole bunch of sticky notes.
Good
Obscene
God.
amount of sticky notes.
Yeah, look at the
I'm gonna let you know
sleeping
right
bag
now. I'm gonna let you know
underneath that
right
desk.
now that is pretty accurate to any dev screen I've seen. There's like strings of sticky notes. It's the way you track all your stuff. Yeah.
Actually, they're not sticky
Oh, they're
notes.
not.
They're wow. Look at this mess.
It looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh wow. Stores are stuffed full of
These are
these.
very heavy gambling.
Wow.
Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Losing
Dang.
horse race tickets. 500 of them.
This many tickets would get you what? A buck down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
Gambling is a popular habit among devs, I know. It's because as devs you tend to like look into statistics and
Statistical
parallel-
challenges, yeah.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. What's this?
Whoa! Look at this desk, Nick! What a mess!
Looks pretty average to me.
But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this.
You think? real whiz kids can work under any conditions, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then.
Oh, hey, this calendar.
What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget about it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger.
The tiger? Oh, okay.
Because he's in such heavy debt.
Probably, yeah.
Look at this guy just like
Yeah.
hunched over his desk. Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya?
Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, don't argue about something that's so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you. She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer.
Could have fooled me.
I'm trying to get that, Sparta joke.
I
He's
don't know,
really
I don't
pounding
think
away
it's
at that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmers come from, huh? I guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe I could become old Seedy's apprentice.
What about your spirit medium training?
What about my spirit medium training?
What's this? Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling.
Nah, they're just a little bit twisted or warped, or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind. Futuristic? Yes. We tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Can we present any evidence? Maybe Gwen's calendar? Or maybe you can talk more about herself?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can present. Let's move into present.
I don't know if it's this...
This segment.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this segment.
Oh, Joyce, here it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. That data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness.
No, Maya, that's Sparta. She won't tell us anything until we see the right code word.
A code word? Sesame. Oh, if it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's always how it works.
There's no point in having a password if it's always the same, Maya. I guess she doesn't want to talk about this. So yeah.
What did you end up clicking on?
I just gave her bad evidence.
Oh. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elk. What do you say?
Yeah, maybe we can get a profile check.
No, this is super administrative perspective.
This is madness.
This
no,
is Sparta.
Maya, it's Sparta.
It's Sparta.
About Mr. Elk.
He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. But that's what got him into trouble. Oh, what's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee.
Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble is exactly. So yeah, that opened up a new talking point. About Mr. Elg, was he in some kind of trouble?
I'm sorry. Why would you think that?
I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser? Ah, here we go. I think we can piece this together right now.
It might be, yeah.
3 Cyclops?
It might be, yeah. I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Let's break her.
I must break you. Let's break
Let's
this
crack
robot.
this code.
Break robots.
Hello, I am Lisa, your healthcare companion.
I'm Lisa, your director, programming director, whatever, something.
You're a program administrator.
Yeah. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't deal in troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service.
What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with his ridiculous amount of fucking horse tickets?
What is that?
A bunch of horse racing tickets, all of them, all losing ones.
With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral.
Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell?
But what is the relevance of these tickets?
The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he?
I don't think that's a logical conclusion based in the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time.
Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets.
Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own.
You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. L's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it?
The other ticket?
Oh yeah, scratch tickets. Do we have it? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Oh, she's sweating.
Oh,
Fuck.
wow.
She's human. Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps.
No. No.
No.
No.
Pretty baby.
You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand?
Trust me, if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any.
But if you win, there is no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000.
$500,000. Yeah, but
It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it?
it's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep before that.
Deep trouble? What do you mean?
Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Meekins! No.
It's me!
It's John Armstrong! He's the mastermind. No, it's El Tigre.
It's El Tigre.
Furio Tigre, the boss at the loan office called Tender Lender.
Tender lender. People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices.
Like you're the one to talk. Well, what do you think?
Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money.
No. I mean about Mr. Elg.
You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them.
Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other, and that is the
calendar. Oh my god, there's so much stuff.
I know, so much evidence. And then the
Whoa.
last one is like literally four slides of evidence. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is the one who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk to him about would be his debt.
No. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch.
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't have gotten that bit of good luck. Okay, So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents.
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Hacking. Perhaps you good people should leave, so I can get back to my work.
I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance? It's the MC Bomber.
Yeah. It's a virus, maybe.
Oh no, maybe not.
This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there is really no way I can access the information. Oh.
I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. So close. It's a
Because
sample disc, but we haven't
We
figured
haven't
it out
discovered
what
that
yet.
it is a program yet.
But we do have the... Oops. We do have this. His doodle drawing.
But that doesn't prove that it's a program.
But it says $100,000 MC Bomber. You're right. I don't think we have enough to prove that it's a program just yet. We haven't made that discovery. So that's the last piece of the puzzle for her we haven't quite got yet. Okay, so with that in mind, I think that's all we can do. So with that, we can now talk to Armstrong? Oh, no, we can check out
Maggie.
Maggie, see if she's back yet. She
Yeah.
is. I hope. There she is.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Oh, hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't that just unbelievable in court today, sir? Oh God, then what? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
Vlogging.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man.
Well, he was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies didn't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Is it possible she's the only one misremembering things? Well, before we do anything, let's, Oh, do we not have the food here? We don't.
I think that's just
something that
part
occurs
of the
in
talking.
talk,
Yeah. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remember? Yup! There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something in the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But did Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. But you know the CD with the writing on it.
We got it now, yeah.
Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. The name was scrawled on the sports paper as well.
They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn L., collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop.
Was she drugged?
She could have been. She could have been drugged.
Yeah.
When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on scene, you have no idea what went on inside Tribulations.
Nope, no idea at all. Why? Is that important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to call the police.
Exactly. And you, Maggie, you were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong, Set me up, did you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much as when we spoke to him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie's looking like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old Seedy.
Okay, so yeah, we could go into profiles.
Oh, I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceeding addict for years now. Feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger. I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Alright, cool. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite... what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant,
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
but I can't really say it was an old man. Okay then, how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
Oh. The plot thickens. A woman.
Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so.
Or a
Or
ghost.
a ghost. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. She had a kind of cackling laugh.
Creepy?
Cackling laugh?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? So we can present her. Yeah, we'll present her the profile of
Viola's.
Violetta, her name.
Oh, no.
Oh, she doesn't recognize her.
No. Actually, age unknown. Okay.
Anything else we can present?
Huh.
Italy. Absolutely not a robot. CEO of Blue Screens Incorporated as Glenn Elk's boss. Absolutely
not a robot.
Furio, Victor. Talk about Dick Gumshoe. Why not?
Maybe. I mean, back when I was an officer, Dick Gumshoe always looked out for me. But today I was the one who had to look out for him, trying to incriminate me the whole time.
Oh, you've got to remember, Maggie Gumshoe's a detective. He's got a job to do.
My old boss. I thought at least he'd be on my side. He is on your side. He'd do anything. You can't fool me. I saw him in court today. I felt like a poor baby woodpecker being pecked on his head by his own mother.
Gumshoe's testimony was pretty solid. No wonder it hurt her so much.
I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again.
Oh, ouch. I think I just saw Gumshoe's chances go down in flames like the Hindenburg.
I don't think it's going to get through to her that he was really trying to help. I mean,
No, we don't have
we
that.
still have her box lunch.
Her box lunch full of weenies.
I
Weenie
mean,
lunch.
he really wants to give her his weenies. No matter what happens, I will never let things get me down. You're always so positive, aren't you, Maggie? Macho Maggie Bird. They say the early bird catches the worm. A bird on the hand. Oh, wow. All those races are named after you? And I never turn my back on anything. You're always so strong, aren't you, Maggie? Macho Maggie Bird. I'm a tough old bird. Tough old bird. Tough old bird, Nick. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't think there's anything else we
Yeah,
can
not much.
show. We still haven't talked to Jean Armstrong about it. And now that we
he'd be
have
in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, and now that we have the profiles for them, we could probably maybe force something out of him. If he's there. This is new.
Oh, looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again.
But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef.
Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me.
Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone.
This thing when we need to talk to him the most.
Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? No one is there for the food anyway, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe we can start examining some things that we might have missed before. Maybe added some extra stuff in here.
Now, this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's bedtime literature.
Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
No, this is
Look at
not.
art.
Yeah. It's a collection
Nothing
of
new.
poems he's written.
Yeah, nothing new.
There's nothing.
Do it with a French accent.
Pretemps. The two of them like actors on a film. The two of Armstrong, sweet nothing. So this is describing the situation. We've already read this, so we're just gonna skip past it real quick. And then maybe the bottles again. Aromatherapy oils. No, so everything is done here. There's nothing else here. There's nothing new. I think we can move on. Maybe the old man. Vitamin Square.
Really? The weenies aren't in our court records?
They're not.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
Yes, they are.
We're there.
It's.
Oh my God! They're
Oh my
right.
God!
Oh
Our
my
weenies.
God.
The weenies are there.
I totally missed the weenies. You're falling asleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, bye,
All right.
James. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Yes, let's present her some.
Let's give her the
Let's present her
weenies.
all the weenies.
Let's
stuff,
give
please.
her the weenies. You've gone too
I
far.
keep missing the weenies. There we go. Oh yeah, I've got something that I've got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox just for you. Here.
Wow! A lunchbox. Weenies too.
Oh yeah, she loves the weenies.
I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make you such a nice lunchbox? Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too.
Anytime is 4:20 time, Frank, unless you're at work. Am I missing comments?
What?
I should.
No?
Weird. Give me a half second here. I just want to double check.
What are you doing? Don't want to talk about the weenies?
I want to talk all about weenies, Joyce. I'm a weenie kind of guy.
What are you?
I wonder if I'm not seeing proper comments.
What are you?
Just double checking to make sure that the stream is
Wait.
syncing properly.
Why are you looking here and not at the chatbot?
Oh yeah, weird.
Oh.
Hello, Linda
Hey.
and Frank.
Oh wow.
Cool, I'm stoned right now. Be as stoned as much as you want. Hello, I'm sorry, I'm not.
We
Did it
totally missed
censor?
that.
Oh, you know what? It might be my why did it not show up? Hello, Legendary Frank. I'm sorry. For some reason, we didn't catch your comments. What is going on? That is weird. It didn't block it. Weird. I'm sorry.
Strange.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, never. It's right here. There.
Oh, you just totally
I
missed
totally
it.
bypassed
You literally
it.
just
I'm
missed it.
sorry, I whipped
Ha!
it. Hello.
You're just blind.
Don't worry, being stoned is fine here in Canada. In Canada land, so you're fine. Pretty sure state-wise it goes state to state. Let us know where you're from, buddy. All right. Back at it again with the white pants.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
No, she's just being sassy. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that seems like a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
No, she's just really angry against.
Yeah, she's just angry. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But I don't really want Detective Gumshoe's weenies.
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
But I guess so. Here, Phoenix, you wanna put Gumshoe's weenie in your mouth?
Gumshoe's lunchbox was eaten with Maya. Aw.
You wanna eat some of?
It reminds me of that gif where like this lady just gets like a whole bunch of like hot dogs get thrown at her face. And she's like,
Here, you can put some weenies in your mouth. Well, how was it?
I hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, I bet you do. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Oh, she's so sad.
Is there anything else we can talk
All
about?
right.
That's about it.
All right,
Can we now move over to
you
Japan?
can now officially go back to Tribune and try and figure out what to do next.
No, nothing.
What was who? Let's see. Who do we have to break? We have to break.
We have to break Basil and
Basil and Violetta.
Yeah. Did we even pressure Violetta? No, right. What? She had a critical injury, but we haven't spoken about it. And then we have to. Do we present everything we needed to with what's his face? Old Man Jones here.
We go on to criminal affairs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go back to criminal affairs.
Okay, so criminal affairs is now open.
Yeah, because there's a huge hubbub.
Oh yeah, the meeting. So go to Tribune. Then we move to the detention center, and then through the detention center we can go to the
Criminal affairs.
There we go.
There we go.
The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet too. I've already told you, stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my ancient soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when some young guy is about to confess to himself hot to trust girlfriend.
Oh no,
Some young guy.
Oh no. Wow, this place is really buzzing.
Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
You can't be in here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We've got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
I really need to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from the place like that. You hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Oh, I see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady.
All right, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady?
Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick?
We better find out what the story is with this lady. Here we go. We can
Ah.
let's finish up the.
There we go. So what exactly is a computer virus, Gumshoe?
I don't know.
What?
Look, I just go with the flow, all right, pal?
Here, I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you?
A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course.
Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright?
Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside of a computer and causes damage.
Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, the damage is, well, it's all internal.
So the inside goes boom, right?
Imagine all the case data you stored up on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe them all out. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, and what's even more scary is the viruses are infectious.
Infectious?
Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But, Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send viruses to someone else.
What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you're sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he's too sick. You really shouldn't do that stuff, Nick.
Who? What? Where? When and why did this conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's a computer virus. That's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard it before too.
Ah, now you show the CD.
But
Present.
let's talk about Viola first. 'Cause we haven't done
All right.
That's the girl who works over at the Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Here we go, backstory.
Her name is Viola Cavadini.
Cadavery.
Cadaverini. She is the only daughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruno Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, you're just a lawyer.
Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name. It's Cadaver.
Yeah, cadaver.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you?
No! I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more information out of Gumshoe about this family. And then we'll bring up the disc later. Just get to this.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Mobsters.
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are crazy. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. You can't touch them. They've got too much moolah.
Moolah? As in...
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
the black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it.
Sure. No one stands up to Bruno Cadaverini, and I mean no one.
Interesting.
So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. I mean, she means everything to him.
So, how did she end up at the Tender Lender?
I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in the file. That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case.
Sounds like a pretty important clue.
Yes, they're pretty tight.
They're
Because-
carnally tight. Here it is. Detective Gumshoe, about this?
What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie, so I have to. What? This is it. That's this stupid name. I remember it now.
Well, I thought so. Here it comes.
Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick! What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on the sports paper and written on the CD. That's the name of the virus, MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us more information? Can you give us more details, please? So now we have verification that this is in fact.
Yeah, this is what was used to break Lisa.
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know, some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
Now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, in every computer and every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing in a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something.
And now he's hella dead.
The focus of right now is on the tracing. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus in the black market.
You mean someone put this up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can't be worth that much. A virus can be worth that much?
There we
Contains the virus.
go.
Ah, I can't believe it. I've almost forgot the most important thing.
And that is...
You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go?
Oh no. Now we gotta break the news. Lunchbox?
You remember the weenies? I hate weenies.
Oh yeah, those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? My thick, girthy weenies.
Oh no. Oh well, it was delicious.
Yeah? Is that what she said, really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen. So I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh,
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this?
This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one.
I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to all eat all those too.
Gumshoe's lunchbox to give it to Maya again.
I really can't eat anymore.
Aw.
Please, no more weenies.
No more weenies.
No more weenies.
Okay, so we have enough now to break
Lisa. Okay, while you go break Lisa, I'm gonna go pee.
To go to the Pepes.
I gotta go.
So très bien. Through très bien, we go to blue screens. Here we go. Cool. Then we're gonna present her with the Matama, and we should be able to break her. All right, Glenn's troubles. Right, blah 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 blah. Does he have What does he have problems with this? Horse racing tickets. So we're gonna zip through this really quick, folks. And then we're gonna think on its own. Gambling wasn't restricted just to horse races. He also bought lottery. Lottery, horse racing. And then through this, he's in deep trouble. He was in trouble with people, namely loan sharks. Fio Tigre. And then, I don't know the connection between them. Really, there's a connection because if we present the... Right, Glenn's calendar. It says meet with the Tigra. Cool, and that's the secondary one broke. And then the big reason. So what could be worth $100,000? The program in question was it by any chance? The MC Bomber disc, which we now verified
Yes.
is a virus program.
Indeed.
Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No.
Yeah, she's broken. We have broken her. Good. I've hit her directly into her life points.
Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Très Bien?
Where'd you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus. Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way,
Sorry, my
of
cat's
course.
pawing over my Georgie.
But still genius.
Georgie.
George is putting his butt on top of the vent
It's
of
not
the
even
computer.
the vent. I don't want to touch the power cable. The power button. You know what? I gotta go pee there.
But still, it's just George is fanning his butt.
Georgie! Oh, no. Did you run away? Oh, Georgie ran away.
So while Arash runs to take a quick pee break, hello, welcome in. Ooh, we're finally gonna start. We're finally gonna break this. I think we're pretty close to the end of this tonight. So, how is everyone else doing in the chat? All, I don't know how many people are in here tonight. Just a few.
Sorry. I had to go to the washroom.
Had to do a pee break.
Gotta pee.
I did a lot of water.
I know.
Oh,
All that
wow.
water. All that water.
But
Still a work of genius.
Oh, hello, you want some? You wanna?
Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
black. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
Computer about potentially worth millions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Throw 'em back on the floor.
Use the trash can, Nick!
Nonchalant about it.
I love how you just like,
Eh,
back on the floor.
I found it.
Would you mind taking a look at this?
This is the Sparta joke.
Oh. Sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin is restricted. What? What? This is madness.
No, Maya, this is Sparta.
Oh, I love that joke.
It's.
I love that joke. Oh,
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 never
yeah.
mind, it's her-
what's the password? If it's not Sesame, then
It's like her mother's maiden name. If she has a mother, because she's a robot.
so
Yeah.
we can go back to Tender Lender and then
then-
break Viola.
Break.
Vitamin Square.
Vitamin Square. 10 to 10 to 1. And then present the. You know what I think happened? I think El Tigre hit her with his car.
Hmm.
You said your bandage around your head was from an operation. You said you suffered a fatal injury to the head.
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you meant you were hurt very badly somehow, right?
The car repair?
Yeah, the repair bill, yeah. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis.
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right, then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong. And this is why. Do we have Cadaverinis?
Grandpa.
Yeah. Grandpa. Well, I know exactly who you are. Viola Cadaverini. You sustained a head injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? There we go.
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me.
Oh,
On
she
a scooter.
struck him, yeah.
It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, because he's been hit in the head before.
Yeah, several
Everyone's just
times.
Like, have you ever been knocked out before? I'm like,
Like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I have.
So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them.
Oh, okay, so she's unawares that the person that caused her accident is probably Furio.
They ran away, or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
She doesn't know. Weird. Is it possible the person who could have committed the hit and run could have been... Take that! Furio. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it.
Oh no, she knows. I think she knows that she doesn't want to talk about it.
We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he?
It was Don Tigre. It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect him, and she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Well, the bike.
The bike itself, yeah.
The bike is fucking is a fucking clunker. Where is it? Yeah, the scooter. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? The repair bill was paid by Mr. Furio Tigre. The repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible. Perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking? Millions, maybe.
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else.
Grandpa?
Grandpa. Yeah. He was afraid of Grandpa. Yeah. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really?
Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
No, so
It might not.
it might have been repayment for hurting his daughter.
Yeah. His granddaughter. Yeah. Compensation, huh?
It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score.
Yeah.
So sure, the head trauma wasn't actually very serious, but the implied debt for his basically
For fucking up.
fucking up and hurting grandpa.
Well, honestly,
Grandpa
it wasn't
Don's
even Tigre's. Might not have been Tigre's fault,
Doesn't
but
matter,
just
right?
yeah. But you were part of it.
Responsible,
Yeah.
Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks?
Yeah.
This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said he had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather.
Oh.
But I knew that wasn't really true.
She's just living a lie.
Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money it was evil.
Says the crazy chick who poisons people.
She might not be poisoning it.
That's true.
He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
The grandfather, the
Godfather?
reference,
Yeah. Oh. Medical pictures.
For cranial surgery, payment due last year.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola.
It's inexcusable.
Huh?
There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt someone using either of these tactics. Mostly because he's a victim of both.
Yeah.
Of a murder with poisoning and being betrayed.
Mm-hmm. Is everything all right, Nick?
We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Right after we finish our espresso.
Yeah.
I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. The repair bill now. And then with that...
Wow, I'm surprised that didn't just trigger to the end of it.
Yeah, do we need to talk to anybody else? Who do we present these papers to? Oh, no, we have to go back to,
Oh,
we have to go back to Maggie. Oh.
No, he's still missing. He tried to ghost us.
Oh, bonjour! I've been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong.
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Why, he hasn't got anything to tell you, fellas. Oh my god, it's LT Greg.
It's Zinny.
Who you calling Zinny Oop?
Oh, she just ran under the table.
Yeah, she ran. Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, no! Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean these? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Oh, Lord. You want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad, and it ain't only a face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that too. Oh,
he got roped into it.
Yeah. Oui. Mr. Armstrong, forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him.
No, you just got punched.
That really hurt. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter. Wait! Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, right? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence.
Wow, you got smacked.
Hold it, pal! Oh, Gumshoe!
Detective Gumshoe?
Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it! Yeah! Whoa! Come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys gotta get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal. Take these. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
all right, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick! Don't leave me behind!
She's hiding under the desk. Gumshoe, our victim. Oh, I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tender lender's going down. Oh, Gumshoe, you son bitch. I love him.
Ooh,
Anyway.
that was a long
A
investigation.
long investigation. So yeah, we're gonna end it for here today, and then we'll come back again next Saturday for more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Bad Boy Steps. Tomorrow is going to be another team stream. We're going to go in. Sorry, I'm picking up now.
Hiccup.
We're gonna. That means if you're new to the channel, we're 5 people play video games. So if you like a little bit of spice and variety, feel free to hit us with a follow and hit us with a subscribe to support. If you want to see some of our previous stuff, it's in the library inside our Twitch channel, as well as on YouTube under Daring Players Squad. That means tomorrow is Sunday on our agenda, which usually means a team stream. Is going to be another Monster Hunter team stream because the new Safi Jiva quest is out, which means lots of cool loot and a lot of cool monsters and a lot of cool fighting. So for those people who are new, tune in for that tomorrow, and we'll see you there. My cat George is looking at me funny. But yeah, so without further ado, my name's Rashi.
I'm Joyce.
You have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow, yeah?
And I can't pick up George. I wanted to, but he won't let me.
One second. Georgie. Come here, boy. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. George is like leaned in. He's just like,
Nope.
okay, no cats. Maybe
All
cats
right,
next time.
no cats.
Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you. We'll see you next
Tomorrow.
time. Tell us Zero, you're coming in late. I'm sorry, but you can catch the stream. You can catch this episode
In our
right
archives.
in our archives right after this. Bye.
Bye.